I was dancing for the moment.
Sorry.
The only thing that Father Tommy said there weren't enough photographers there this evening. That's right. There weren't enough photographers there. For you. This is for my checking your picture and all there, Father Tommy. Smile at him in the right direction. That fella there, the first fella. Tick one of Oh, good ahead. Tick the two of us then. Fair enough. I'll keep that.
So I take this opportunity of asking him, let me know when he wants to go. Heard him mentioning 10:30. Anyway, I'm delighted to be here, and I want to congratulate Mickey and Molly on their 50 years of marriage and bliss. Now, 50 years is a long time. It's a long time to look forward to. But this man was married for 50 years, and a man met him on the street. Paddy, he says, I believe you celebrated your 50th anniversary. I did. But he says, you look very young. Why? Well, he says, the day that Maggie and I got married, we made a pact that if either of us lost the temper, the other party would go out. And he says, I got a hell of a lot of fresh air for 50 years. We're looking along, slipping in. But it's nice to see a celebration like this tonight. I had a marriage one time, and he was 83 and she was 81. And they spent the honeymoon trying to get out of the car. This old lady was 108, 108, and the chap went out to interview her, and she said to him, you'll be back next year. Well, he said, you know, you'll be 109 next year. Well, she said, I'm here already. How do you know? Well, very few people die between 108 and 109. Well, that's the crazy. But I don't know about going out to get the fresh air, but I heard of a man one time, and every time he brought the wife out for a drive, she sat in the back seat and talked all the time. Watch your talk about, watch So this day a yard stopped them and he says, I have word for you. Your wife fell out of the car 5 miles away. Well, she's all right, she's not injured. Well, I said, I'm glad because I thought I'd gone deaf. I heard a yarn recently, and I may as well try it out on you. I couldn't tell anybody else. This chap was a pickpocket in Piccadilly, and he was doing a freighting trade for about a year. Plenty of customers. And then, after a year, he felt a hand on his back pocket, and he switched round, and there was a big blonde. And she says, would that be your watch? Oh, he says, are you in the trade too? Yes, I am. Well, he said, I have plenty of customers here. Would you like to join me and carry on? So they did form a little company and they did a thriving business in Piccadilly. And then, of course, they had love. And then a year later, there was a baby born. So they were delighted the baby boy was born, and that'd be another addition to the company. But they were distraught when the nurse came in and said that his right hand was defective. His right hand was, and his fist was closed and they couldn't get it open. Well, that was terrible, because he wouldn't be able to do what they were doing. So then they were delighted when the nurse came in later and said that she was able to prise the fingers open. And inside was the ring that the maternity nurse lost. You won. I'll tell you what about Dunfanny now. I like the ones that have felt for years and everybody seems to forget it. About the old lady going to the doctor for medicine for the old man, and the doctor gave her the medicine and said, give it to him on alternate days. Oh, what? Oh, I don't know what you mean, doctor. Give it to him on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, when you give it to him on Monday, skip Tuesday and give it to him on Wednesday. And then skip Thursday and give it to him on Friday. Come back on Saturday and let me know. She came back on Saturday and she says, doctor, he's dead. What happened to Mom? It was a skipping the children. This old man died and the wife was longing to have a chat with him again, to meet him. She was told if she came to a certain spot that he would appear. So she went there and Paddy came back. And she says, is that you, Paddy? That's right, are you happy, Paddy? Oh, very happy. Are you happier, Paddy, than you were with me? Oh, I'm far, far happier. Oh, she says, heaven must be a wonderful place. Maggie said, I'm not in heaven. Well, couldn't be said about Mickey. After they got married, Molly woke him one morning at 3 o'clock and he says, what's wrong? She says, I imagine that a mouse in the room. Well, he said, well, you, for God's sake, imagine that the cat as well and go to sleep. You know, marriage can't be all that. This man, the priest in the kitchen, and the wife was up in bed and she shut it down. Are you not coming up to bed? No, I said, I'm waiting for to put out the cat and she didn't come in yet. Well, we can go on gathering like this. And I know we have a lot of other artists here, and we're glad to meet the Money Glass and John Kerr and all that. I always associate them with big nights and big money at the door and when you mention money, people laugh, you see, but it's not easy getting on without it. These 3 Scotsmen went into church one day and everything was all right until the collection started. So the fellow in the middle fainted and the other 2 carried him out. But I don't find that people in money like that at all. As a matter of fact, I was encouraging them one day to contribute to the St. Vincent de Paul box, not to forget the men at the door of the St. Vincent de Paul box. And I told them about the 2 mice that lived in a church. One of them had a nest under the pulpit, and the other one had his nest in the St. Vincent de Paul box. So the boy with the nest under the pulpit came, he met the other fellow and he said, I'm leaving. Why are you leaving? Oh, I can't stand the noise and the thump and all that sort of thing. Terrible. Oh, well, he said, I'm nice and quiet. Nobody ever disturbs me in this religion at all. You won't believe it, but the collection that day trebled. So you tackle it the right way, probably. Well, now I'm delighted to be here, really, and I could go on blithering, as you know. But it's a thrilling thing to think. I don't know, as a matter of fact, that my father and mother were sponsors for Mickey. I don't know where I was at that time, but it's thrilling to think that it seems so near and where, though it's so far away. But things have changed in Letterkenny since, I can tell you. The city now, you know, big city now, with the lights and what? 50 years ago it wasn't just as hot as all that. Could tell a lot of stories about that, but that's reserved for the book that'll cost about £9. So I'll end up by doing a little recitation. I was asked to do it, and I don't do it unless I'm asked to do it. And if I don't do it tonight, there'll be a certain person who will not be pleased. It's a recitation. We had a lovely meal there tonight, by the way. Sorry I didn't bring a bag with me. Lovely. And this is about the mice and the rice. Now, if you don't want it, it's all right. What? What happened to do? This shipping firm in Sydney, Australia got a letter of complaint from a German firm of importers. And the Germans wrote as follows: "Dear gentlemen, there are 2 shipments of rice we get in their company ship was mit mice shit mixed. Their rice was good enough, but their mice shit spoils the trade." We did not say their mice shit in their zapple, it's us. We order clean rice and you ship sit with the rice. We would like you to ship the rice in 1 sack and the mice ship in another sack. And then we mix the to the customer. Maybe you think we know buggers nothings. We tell you we know buggers all. Please write that we should ship back their ship and keep their rice. Or ship back their rice and keep their ship. Or ship back their whole shipping boat. And again, that's only done on request. Finally, excuse me, the question of Wally here, the old miracles. I want that. The lone moor, as you know, is in Derry, you know that. The bog side. And this actually happened after the war. The only bus in Derry that hadn't cushions on the seat was the bus that ran to the Lone Moor. The driver of that bus is still living in Letterkenny by the name of Coyle. Would you know him? Aha. So we had a concert in Derry at which I had to perform, and I was wondering what I could write about, and I saw this terrible row at the corporation for several weeks about the Lone Moor bus. Corporation wouldn't put cushions on the seats of the Lone Moor bus. That gave rise to the following epic. Now you'll all join in the chorus. It's a very pathetic thing, by the way. In this age of glorious transport, you can breakfast down in Cork and fly in perfect comfort to have dinner in New York. But here in Derry City, the transport known to us is that terrible contraption called the Lone Moor. Did you ever ride through Derry on? Yes, really. The Romans had their chariots in peace as well as war. And Ireland too was famous for her dear old jaunting car. But science has advanced so far that it has given us seats of hardwood timber on the Lone Moor. So sure to bring a cushion on. The GNR sends express trains from Dublin to Belfast, and Shannon sends out aeroplanes across the ocean vast. The flying saucers came and went, and they were marvellous, but they were only in the heavenly place with a Lone Moor. Will be slow, but not withstand Anniv on. You read of Russian trials and about that awful ramp of victims sent in thousands to a concentration camp. Now Russia and her satellites would take a tip from us. They sentence them to 10 years hard on. Be sure to bring a cushion on. But when we get to heaven's gates, St. Peter will be kind, and he'll ask us all about the place that here we left behind. And when we mention Derry, be sure to welcome us, for he'll see we've done our purgatory. So book your seat for a heaven on. Thank you. Well, 3 weeks later, I happened to be in Derry at the Guildhall. I was passing when a lady head out the window and she said, Father Doherty, this is the Lone Moor bus. So I got on and they had cushions on the seats. Isn't that nice? Well, I've done something in life. And it's the Lone Moor. In America, I thought it was the Lawn Moor. Well, now maybe I've had enough and do right? These two lads were fighting in Burma, a Catholic and a Protestant, and there was about in the head of any Jap that could shoot £5. The Catholic lad made £50 and shot at 10 Japs. Protestant lad said to him, how do you do it? And he says, when things are nice and quiet in the jungle, I jumps up and I shouts, to hell with Hirohito. He's the emperor of Japan. To hell with Hirohito. Up pops a Jap and I just shoot him. No trouble. So they went 3 or 4 days later and they said to the Protestant lad, well, how'd you get on? I didn't get on at all. Could you do what I told you, eh? I went out into the jungle when things were nice and quiet. I jumped up and I shouts, to hell with Hirohito. And a big Jap jumped up and he shouts, to hell with the Pope, and I had the heart to shoot him. Finally, Reagan's gone, you know. Well, Reagan and Thatcher and Charlie Haughey went up there to talk to God. And Reagan said to God, when will there be peace in the world? And God says there'll be peace in the world in 2050. Oh, he said, I guess I won't be around then. Thatcher says, when will there be no unemployment in England? And God said there'll be no unemployment in England in 2020. Oh, she says, I'm afraid I won't be around then. And Charlie says, when will Ireland be united? And God says, I won't be around then. Well, the Reverend Ian Pearsley was saying things about me recently. And I'm going to say something about him now. He went to the cemetery to pick a spot for his grave. And I said, how much of that? And they said, that's £150, far too dear. What about this? That's £50, far too dear. Then he looked at the swampy bit and he said, well, what about this? Oh, Mr. Pearsley, you couldn't be buried there, that's a swamp. Oh, to do me rightly, I'll just be in it for the 3 days. But I'm sorry for overdoing it tonight. We're just going to go for that. Sorry?
The doctor of the head.
I don't remember any more than the doctor.
The Highland.
Doctor of the Highlands. Oh, that should have come in. Well, this doctor got a maternity call up in the Highlands of Scotland. When he went there, he says to the man, "Have you no light at all?" "No," I said, "nothing but a hurricane lamp." "Well, light it." So he lit the hurricane lamp. The doctor went up to the room and the baby was born. And he came down and they opened a bottle of whiskey and they were celebrating when there was a noise in the room. And the doctor went up and he says, "Bring up the lamp." So he went up the lamp and another baby was born. So he came down to the kitchen and began the celebrations again. And then there was more noise in the room. The doctor went up and he shouts, "Bring up the lamp." "I'll bring me lamp. It's the light that's attracting them." Joe used to like when I told about a man dying and the three sons standing at the bedside. And the eldest son said they had been a great father to us, we'd give him a great big funeral. We'll get a motor hearse and no coffin. Second lad said, "There's no need for all that expense. Couldn't we get a horse hearse?" And the third lad said, "Is there need for a hearse at all? The seminary's only down the road a wee bit, couldn't we carry him down?" And the old fellow looked up and he said, "If you get me my trousers down, I'll walk." I have to have permission from Joe now. Is it all right to stop then? Sorry? Do you know, looking at Joe reminds me of the terrible tragedy in New York the other day. No, really. When I did hear the news, we started off in New York, as you know, in Kelly's pub, didn't we? When we went out there looking for money for Christmas. We didn't beg, we went out and did our stuff. And it could have been McGrath's pub. We were back again in New York and we were in another pub. Do you remember? And I was just thinking it could have been, well, it could have been me, it could have been you, it could have been... Anyway, we didn't meet Hungarians. What were you saying there, dear? For a go?
The three boys.
Hmm?
The three boys catching the train.
Why don't they catch the train at Christmas? These three men in Dublin have only kept the train at Mark. And the porter said, "No, it's not ready yet." So they went in and had a round of drinks and the whistle blew and they ran out. "No, not ready yet." Then again another round of drinks. "No, not ready." That happened 5 times and then the whistle blew and they staggered out. And porter said, "There, it's leaving the platform." And so they went after. 2 got on and the other one missed it. So he sat down and began to laugh. And the porter says, "Why are you laughing? Didn't you miss your train?" Here's another 2 came down to see me off.
Let's give a marvellous thank you very much indeed to Fr.Tommy Doherty. Marvellous artist to be. Congratulations. Thank you, Fr.Tommy.